Hi everyone, welcome to US Immigration Help channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. If you watch my videos very carefully, you will make your immigration journey less stressful. First of all, I am not an attorney. I'm here to help you based on my experience and also based on the feedback I have with my subscribers. So if you're ready, let's get started. In today's video, we are going to talk about I-130 checklist for spouse. So basically, I-130 supporting documents that you need to submit to USCIS when you submit in I-130. So the first thing you need, of course, is your petition, I-130. Once you file I-130, it must be at the last page, petitioner, part 6, must be for the petitioner statement. It depends what you select right here, 1A, 1B, and 2. If you selected option 1A, it's good to go. Just you sign it and then you date it. Sign, this is very, very important. It must be signed with a black ink. Make sure you sign it with a black ink. If you sign it with any different color, it will be rejected. If you choose 1B, you must provide interpreter named in part 7. You must file in part 7 and the interpreter must sign it and date it with a black ink as well. Same thing for 2. If at my request, may prepare, if you have a prepare, same thing. In part 8, he must sign it and then date it and sign it with a black ink. So I hope I am clear in this one. Let's go now to second one, which is I-130A. Let's go back to this one right here. If you file online, it's good. So you will have this option right here at the beginning of your petition. So it's totally different. This is by paper, but if you do it online, it's the same thing. You will have option where you enter the prepared information. I have a good video on my channel on how to do that. Now, form second is a form I-130A printed and signed by applicant. Basically, is the spouse beneficiary signature. Must be signed and dated. If the beneficiary is overseas, you can leave it blank and just date it. This is what I did for my spouse. That's my personal experience. I left the spouse beneficiary signature blank and I dated it, and it was accepted. Now, let's go to number 3, proof of citizenship. Proof of citizenship, it depends your status. If you have citizenship by birth, you will need a copy of your birth certificate issued by a civil registrar, vital statistic office, or other civil authorities showing that you were born in the United States. If you are a US citizen by choice, that you will need a copy of your naturalization certificate or certificate of citizenship issued by USCIS or the former Immigration and Naturalization Service, which is INS. Or a copy of Form FS-240, Consular Report of Birth Abroad, issued by U.S. Embassy or U.S. Consulate. For example, if you have a U.S. citizen's parent, and if you're born outside, the child will have a U.S. citizenship. So you must provide the consular report of birth abroad. For a copy of your unexpired U.S. passport, or the fifth one is an original statement from a U.S. consular officer verifying that you are a U.S. citizen with a valid passport. So we have a broad form of proof of citizenship. Now, if you are a lawful permanent resident, you will need your petition. You will need a copy of the front and back of your permanent residence card, which is Form I-551. If your card has not been arrived yet, just you enter United States, you will need a copy of your passport biographic page and the page showing the admission as a lawful permanent resident or other evidence of permanent resident status issued by USCIS or the former INS. Fifth, you will need a copy of marriage certificate. And of course, you will need the marriage certificate with your native language and a copy of marriage certificate translated to English by a competent translator. Six, you will need a legal valid record of name change because a lot of people, they change their name once they get married. If that applies for you or your spouse, you must provide a copy of official document showing a legal name change. And if there is in native language, it must be translated as well to English. 7 is a prior marriage certificate, if any. So if either of you were or your spouse was previously married, you must submit a copies of documents showing that each of the prior marriage was legally terminated. If it's in your native language, it must be translated to English as well. 8. Best evidence for a bona fide marriage. This is the best one if you want to make your case stronger. Example, joint bank account, spouse listed as dependent on the military document, apartment lease, shared bills, health life insurance designation, birth certificate of child born to the marriage. If they are in native language, must be translated to English. But I'm gonna share my experience right here. I'm a U.S. citizen by choice, and I put my my spouse as the beneficiary for my bank account and as well the 401k. You can provide that as well if you have any. You will need 2 identical color photographs, 2 by 2, for the beneficiary and for the petitioner. The requirement, you must check the requirement. It must be 2 by 2, and once you have them, you must print name on the back of each of photographs using pen and pencil. And the best thing you can do is put a number. Just an example, if you are a U.S. citizen, naturalization, you have a number. And for your spouse, you can have her name on the back of the card. I'm sorry, on the back of a picture or photograph. 10 is a divorce or death certificate. You must provide all that divorce or death certificate of any previous spouses for both of you, U.S. citizen and the beneficiary, if you have any, and must be translated to English if they are in your native language. Finally, it's a filing fee. As you know, it's $535. You can pay by credit card, but you must attach Form G1450. You can pay by personal checks. 3, you can pay by cashier checks. 4, you can pay by certified checks or money order. From my personal experience, the best method of payment is a personal check. This is just, I add this, must all documents you submitted to USCIS must be translated to English if they are in your native language. Now here, just to recap, 1, you will need Form I-130 printed and signed by the petitioner. 2, you will need a Form I-130A printed and signed by the applicant if he is within the United States. If she or he outside the United States, just leave it blank and date it. 3, if you are number 3, if you are a U.S. citizen, submit a copy of an expired U.S. passport or a copy of naturalization certificate issued by USCIS or a birth certificate if you are a U.S. citizen by birth. 4, if you are a lawful permanent resident, submit a copy of green card or a copy of passport biographic page if you did not receive it yet. 5, a copy of marriage certificate if either you or your spouse was previously married. Submit a copy of document showing that each of the prior marriage was legally terminated. 6, 2 identical color photographs, white background for yourself and spouse, and must print your name and a number if you have it. Number 7, and filing fee, is $535. Make a check or money order payable to U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Do not pay abbreviation. But if you file online, you will have these steps in your application. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, and see you next video.